What's up, guys? This is Ronnie. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology. So today I'm gonna continue the part 6 of Matplotlib series. So today I'll be talking about subplots. I have already discussed subplot in our last video, but again I'll be doing it in more detail. Like there are 2 or 3 types of subplots we can actually use inside our Matplotlib figure. So we'll discuss about that subplots. Then I will talk about something on styles, how to use our own custom style, and some very some advanced techniques for like customizing our XTICKs and YTICKs. And after that I will probably try to do something on some advanced topic how we can like read some data for not data, how we can plot some live graph. So this is my plan for today. So there will be 4 or 5 different topic. So first of all, let me just plot one like just give it a name like subplots. Okay, so for subplot, we all know like usual notation plt dot figure like this, and or x equals to plt dot subplots, then 2 by 2, and then fixed size equals to 10 by 6. This is one sort of like subplot, I think you all know, right? Okay, there is another type of subplot like which we can use, like for example if ig equals to plt dot figure, and then x1 equals to fig dot add underscore subplot 111, ax2 fig. I'll explain everything in detail, but first let me just write this thing 112. Okay, so let's run this thing. 1 by, okay, it should, okay, okay. So it means this is like row, this is column, this is number. This means there will be 2 row, only 1 column, and the last one is the graph like plot number. Like this is the first one, this is the second one. For example, if you like to create another like plot like this, like control V, then it will be like 3, this will be 3, this will be 3, and this will be 3. See, this is how. Okay, so now if I want to make it like one extra this side, 3 2 3 2, or probably 3 2. Okay, so first one is 1, then 3 2 2, then 3 2 3. So let's check how it is, right? See, so the next one will be 4 like this, and there will be one more, as there will be 3 rows, so it will be 5 6. Okay, so in this way we can also create a subplot. Now this is one type of subplotting. So again, this is row, this is column, and this is the plot numbering. This is first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, this is fifth, this is sixth. Okay, this is clear. So now probably let me just do something like for example, okay, 3 1 1 3 1 2 3. Let okay. So see, like this is 311 means this is 3 first. Now the second is that this is 3, this is in there is total 2 column will be there, so this is 3. And why this is 3? Now the question is that if we distribute this 2 columns over here, so the first one will be 1, the second one will be 2, this one will be 3. So that is why it becomes 3 over here. So this is 311 means this is 323 means this is the row, the second means this one, like here, and the number third means this one, number fourth means this, number fifth means this, number six means this. Okay, well you can 1 2 3, so you can see. So if we only having one row, one column, then it will become the first, then it will become second, it will become third. So this to become third, fourth, and there is no point of keeping this fifth thing over here. So this has become the third one. So in this way we can define our like plots, and after that, for example, we can create something like x1 dot plot like 3 2 3 4. Okay, and then plt dot y. Just see, in this way we can define our x level, y level, whatever we need we can try. It become a bit congested, so let me just plt dot type layout. It should be clear now. See, this is quite like interesting, right? So this is one way of creating subplots like this. You can extend this, so this will increase, and this is another way of creating subplots. So this will be very useful when you are dealing with the huge data or large amount of data, or probably you are having like more number of features along with your x-axis or along with your y-axis. Means you are having your like pandas data frame, you are having some different, like for example you are dealing with like more than 100 or more than 150 countries details for GDP and all. So each and every row will be having different sort of like attributes, and you want to plot each and every like country, each and every attribute from that country for a separate plot. So in that case we will be having more than like 50 or 70 or 100, I'm not sure like how many plots. So if you are going to do it manually one by one, then it will be difficult. So for those purposes we just only have to like pass all these things in terms of some kind of like dynamic like variable, or you can do some looping over here, and you can pass those or you can call those function from your actual this method from here. Like here you are actually writing this thing, like for example, here you can pass those things from the function, and you can create as many like figures as many you want by using this subplot techniques. There is another technique called subplot to grid. Okay, so let me just keep this open for some time. Probably some of you are taking notes, so I'll start after 1 minute probably. Okay, so the next thing is subplot to grid. So for example, x and fig, or fig and x, not sure what I've done. Well, then plt dot subplot to grid. First of all, you have to define your grid size. It will be 6 by 1, probably 6 row 1 column. Then you have to define the start index, then probably 0 0. Then you have to define the row span. For example, row span equals to probably 2, and call span is always 1, because I have defined in location in our size is 6 1. So this is size means 6 row 1 column. This is the starting disk, this is the row span, column span. Let's just, if you draw this thing, it will become like this. Then it's 6 1, then it will become 1 0 0 0, then it will become 1 0 x 1 x 2. I'm not sure why this is not working. 0 0, then 1 0. It should start from 1, but this is okay. Sorry, this is taking 2 spans, so it will start from 2 actually. Okay, so if we keep it like this, so this is one grid, this is one grid, and if you make it this 6 2 0 0 2 2 0 2 2, it will become like this. 0 1 6 row 2 column, row span is 2, call span is 2. This is not taking the column span. Row span 1. Not sure. 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. Okay. why this is not taking the column span, I'm not sure. Like this is always the location, it should take this thing, but here this is not taking. Start 0 0, row span is 2, column span is 2. Okay, 0 0 0 1. Let me just like this 0 0. First let me just draw this thing first, okay, and explain, and after that we'll take this further. Okay, this is x2, this is 2 0, this is 3 0, 4, and this is probably 2. Okay, so this is done. So this is 2 3 4 6 total. This is the grid, and I'm not sure it is going to happen. Small like this. Okay, this is one thing. Then the next thing will be, if you want to make another thing over here, ax1 cl1 ax1 cl2, it is 0 1, row span 2, column span 1. See, now this is working. So this is 0 0, the start location means 0 row 0 column. This is 0th row, first column, one's column span. So like this you can like define your different figure like after everything like this. X2 column 2, X3 like this. It will be this will be like 2 1. This will be like 3 1. Let me try this first, and this will be like 4 1. Well, so this is quite okay, but these two things are not clear. Probably this thing is okay. plt.6221 20. Okay, I think probably this will be this. Like this. Well, like this. Then this will be also like this. Okay. So well, so we have completed the like grid style subplot over here. So let me explain this in detail again. So this is 6 by 2 grid, means 6 row, and there will be total 2 columns in every row. Okay, so the first argument is the size or shape. So it will be always 6 by 2, 6 comma 2, and the next thing is the start location. So for this thing the start location is 0th row 0th column, so that is why this. Then row span 2 means it will go up to 2 rows, like from total 6 row it will cover the 2 rows. Then it is third row, this is fourth row, again 2 rows. So in that way you can understand like why this is called row span 2. Column span 1 means this is only covering one column span. And the second thing is that this is again shape. and then 0 1. 0 1 means the 0th row, first column, and the row spans 2 and column span 1, like this. So in this way it is actually working, but I'm not sure one thing. Let me just try. Probably I'm not sure if I make it 0.5. Okay, this will only take integers. Okay, so we have covered a lot of things on subplot mostly. So this is one type of subplot, not one type of subplot, one type of technique or tricks, or like some sort of customization on advanced process or whatever you say, coding techniques to create subplots. This is another way of creating subplots, and this is another way of creating subplot. So out of these three things, or three way of creating subplot, the last one is my favorite, like this grid style. So this will actually give you like lot of other customization and other things as well. If you can understand, you can define your boundaries, you can define your like column size, everything over here, and other things also you can do, but again you will understand, we'll discuss these things in detail while performing some sort of live not live, some real data analysis or real data plotting. So that's all for subplot. So let me recap again. This is simple. This is the next thing of creating subplot using add underscore subplot method, and this is another method, subplot to grid method. So there are total 2 ways of creating subplot. Okay, so that's all for subplot. The next thing is style. Okay. So for that, plt.plot, and if you create 5 by 6, so see, this is creating one chart with one dot in 5 by 6 location. And now if you change this using plt.style.use and ggplot, it will become like this, some sort of nice styling grid, spacing, the white line grid, these numbers are nicely formatted, so gaps are well defined, it looks nice actually. So what is this all about, the styles or templates? So to understand this, we need to go back to our old school, or our HTML techniques. Like whenever you are developing some sort of HTML pages for your web application or whatever things, you need to have some sort of style sheet or cascading cycle or CSS. So what is CSS actually? There you can have your design element or a template or any sort of customization you can do directly on ad hoc basis, directly on your HTML page. But again, for better management of code, or better understandability, or some how to eliminate redundant code, and as well some sort of to make some sort of simplicity within the code, we are actually maintaining our style sheet from a centralized location, that is called CSS. So every time whenever there is some sort of customization is required, we are always referring to the CSS style sheet, and everything will be rendered directly from that CSS. Okay, so the same thing is here. Whenever we are trying to do some sort of template, Matplotlib is given us, already has given some sort of predefined design template. We only have to refer those template using their names, like by calling their name. For example, ggplot. For example, there is another thing called bmh. See, it will become this. For example, there is something called dark underscore background. See, all these design templates are available within the Matplotlib library. You are only referring to this template by calling their name or by using their name, whatever is convenient. Okay, so now the next thing is that how do we know how many style templates are available actually? So for that, it is very simple. I think I already discussed, but that time I told you that we'll discuss this in another video, so I'm just doing it that. So if you do this, So it will give you all the styles. Now the next question is that how to check the contents or what is actually written inside this thing. It is written in plain English or some other language or whatever. So for that you have to go to this plt dot underscore underscore file underscore underscore, and it will give you this location where actually your matplotlib is installed, and after that you have to go to your, like, let me just do one thing. You have to go here, like you have to go to go to folder and this path. In this part you have to search for, see, I'm using a Mac, so I'm doing like this. So in case of Windows this will be same. So this is a directory mpl data. Inside that you have to go to this library, sorry, in this folder, and here if you see all the style files are available. For example, I'm just use a bmh. So see, if you open this, this is like this, the author, then line width, dot this, everything is here. Simple. So you can change your own, like you can create your own style. So let me just create my own style, then it will be easier for understand. For example, go to folder and then this mpl data style, then just copy one of the style and paste over here. I'm not sure where it is copied actually. Let me just date modified. This one is the one copied. So let me just rename it Ronnie. And okay, and let me open it with text editor, then remove everything, then just lines dot line width equals to 7, axis dot face color, figure dot face color. Let me just grab some color code from HTML thing. X color X. This is a nice website. So let me just grab this thing for my axis and this thing for my figure. Okay, and now let me just save it, close it. Now you have to just restart the kernel. Once the restart is completed, I have to just load the Matplotlib package again. So this is done. So now let me just make it to Ronnie. See, whatever color I have chose. So 6. Let me just check whether it is actually replicating the line width or not. See, so this is how it works. So you can have your own style, kind of a CSS style set from HTML, and you can refer those style inside your like code, from like inside your code, and from there you can design your like own sort of style. This is very much useful when you are having some project for some particular client, and for some brand or awareness, client will be having some specific like font and specific color. In that case, you have to always like manually change the actual like design template color and fonts. But if you develop, or if you create, this is not development guys, if you create your own template by spending maybe 5 or 10 minutes time, and every time you have to only just refer those template by calling their name, and let's go. That's all. And from there you can have your own thing. For example, you are working for a company X, and for their company they're only like concentrating on these three colors, like this blue and this thing and this orange. So you should not use some other class. There are many companies, like in my past experience, in my present like engagement also, I have some clients, they're only having 2 or 3 specific color for their management or for their executive meetings. And again guys, this sort of graphs or plots are very much like sensitive, and they only present this data to the their C-level meeting, and or somewhere like probably means probably to the external world. But again, when they are definitely showing this to the external world, they have to have their some sort of like brand awareness, and some sort of like company strong marketing things are there. So they should not go and randomly pick a color and update that data or plot to the Google or any YouTube or anywhere, any social site or somewhere. They should follow their company like brand awareness, color coding, like definition and all. For that purpose, you need to have a separate like design template, and from that design template you have to only refer your plots or whatever designing thing you are doing in your graph. So this is very useful. I'm not going to like cover each and every design thing, because most of the things you can like do it by your own. Like for example, this is line by line it, but again I'm telling you what is the shortcut method to change this plt.rc. And after that, if you run the same thing, whatever is defined here, you have to just change everything, each and everything over there, and it will be easier. For example, uh, let me just change it to cancel. Okay, so right top, everything is false means there will be no axis line along with your y-axis, along with your right hand side of y-axis, and along with your x-axis, along with like top x-axis, not the bottom one. Only the bottom most x-axis will be visible. So let me just save it, close it, restart kernel from here, and just then keep it like this. Okay, so now the next thing is that, let me just draw this. It should only having this line over here, all the remaining lines will be vanished. See, only this line is over here. Like this could be the requirement for some client, that I only need one sort of x-axis. So every time you should not go and do like this, like plt dot spine, like this, and after that you should change. No, this is not the way of doing it. So probably you should uh, do it from some design template, or probably you can have your own method. But again, if you are going to do everything from the method, then every time you have to write the method or you have to call the method. But again, if you have this thing in from a design template, and you can understand this is only simple template, no method or something, your execution of the program will be much faster. Okay, so that's all from the style thing, and I'm thinking what else is still pending. Okay, one more thing, like interesting thing. See, this is called measure. So we can have this thing as well over here, like XTICK, for example, XTICK measure size. Like for example, 6. Okay. So again, kernel restart. Then load the Matplotlib library, and then this line will be a bit longer. See, a bit longer. I only did it for x-axis, so that is why it's, if I did it for y-axis, then it also will become longer. Now the question is that why this is 0.5, like why the spacing is in this way. So there could be like many things, but again, we can change it. Let me just think how we can make the spacing for this thing. This is very advanced technique, but again, I think I should show you guys how we can change this thing. Okay, probably. Okay, now x dot success dot set underscore measure underscore locator, probably ticker dot. Okay, I did a mistake from, that's why it is not coming. Matplotlib dot ticker import multiple equals to like 20. It's saying name ticker is not defined. Mm, okay, this is right. Mm, not sure like why this is saying x to the x-axis. Ticker is not defined. Why this is from matplotlib.ticker. Not sure like it is actually gone. Mm, x dot tick underscore both. Mm, not sure why the ticker is not coming. Let me just plt.x-axis, no attribute x-axis. Okay. Format string formatter. X dot this is not working. The ticker is saying that the trackback. Well, let me just check it from Google. Why this is not working? Mm, hiding text for label formatter. Not sure. Well, guys, actually, the thing is that I forgot to import this ticker thing. That is why it was creating this thing. So earlier, if we See, it was like this. Now if I make it to point 2 or point 4, see the distance has been changed. So 0.4 every time, each and every distance are now 0.4 like this. So if you make it like, for example, 10, 12, like 6, 6, like this. So if you can do it for 2, see, like this. So in this way you can actually change the first. In the same way you can like y, and just because this is, there is only one thing, so could be 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So if you make it 1, see that is things now, and if you make it 3, 6, 9, 12 like this. So in this way you can change the ticker thing as well. So this is the main thing, x, then x-axis dot set measure locator. This is the main method, and inside that you have to call this ticker multiple locator, and this will do. And you have to also import all these things, not all these things probably, I think only this thing is required. Yes, this thing is only required. Again, if you can if you want to put some sort of like minor thing, then also you can do it. Like for example, let me just check it, like x dot tick underscore lemgth length equals to 4. This is not coming, I'm not sure why. X dot x set minor locator. Okay, so I think so guys, so uh, now I'll be covering the live Matplotlib or live plotting of or live update. Okay, let me rephrase it. Like in this section, I will show you guys how you can update your graph with real-time data. For example, if you are having one text file and there you are having 4 rows for 4 values of y-axis and 4 values of x-axis and 4 values of y-axis, so you'll get one graph, and after some time if the file changes, your graph should be changed. So this is the requirement. So for that, let me first import these things. First, import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, then import numpy as np. I'm not sure whether we'll need numpy or not, but just let me io, then import matplotlib.animation as animation. Okay, so this is the method will be, or this is the library or package will be requiring. So first thing first, figure equals to plt dot figure ax1 equals to fig dot Okay, okay, done. Now let me just call one function, read file I, and there is I'll show you why we need this I. Okay, and this xv equals to blank, yv equals to blank, then with io dot open sample dot txt read encoding equals to utf-8 as f1 dot read. Okay, so now we have our file is ready. Now the lines will be data dot split, so this will give one list, because every line will be splitted, and after that it will create one list and it will be available here. So if you just print it, f1 dot close and print okay, sample.txt lines equals to data dot split sample.txt read r. This is the file. Okay, data equals to f1 dot read, f1 dot close, data dot split equals new line. Not sure why this is not coming. Oh, sorry, shit, I didn't call the function actually, my bad. Oh shit. Okay, so it's okay now. So the next thing is that after for line in lines x comma y equals to line dot split, and now it will be comma separated, and after that xv dot append equals to x, yv dot append is y, and after that x1 dot clear and x1 dot plot equals to xv yv. So our job is done. So this is the main method which is actually plotting the plotting the graph. Okay, so now I have to call this function for that animation. So any equals to animation dot, like the first argument will be the figure where the animation will be applicable, so this will be fig, Second, which method it will animate like call. This is the read file, and the interval, like for how many intervals or after how many second it should refresh the graph. So it is 1000, and after that plt dot show. Let me make it 4 second or 5 second. Okay, plt dot show. I will get one error, some positional argument for this thing. See, now I have to give one dummy ij whatever. x1 dot clear. The object said no attribute called clear. Not sure. Object has no attribute plot. Huh? What is happening? plt dot ax1. Okay, sure, like why this is saying there is runtime object set no attribute error x1 dot plot. Okay, add subplot. Okay, x1 dot okay, so this is the graph. Now if I change it to 12, 8, 13, 8, 14, 7, and now just save. See, so automatically it's changing. Now let me just 15, 7, 16, 7, 17, 8, 18, 8. Actually just now it has updated, so that is why it is not updating. See, this is changing automatically. Okay, so live plotting has been covered as well. So that's all for today, and probably we'll see you guys in the next video. So before that, let me just Okay. Okay. So this is how it started, like from using subplot thing. I'm just giving the another recap. Like we use this PLT dot subplots to create this thing. Then again, there is another technique called figure dot add underscore subplot. Okay, and there is another technique called PLT subplot to grid. This is one technique, and after that, this thing. Like these things are very much important. Like x-axis set, x-axis dot set underscore major underscore locator, and there are two properties, ticker dot multiple locator and auto minor locator. Ticker dot minor locator and ticker dot multiple locator and ticker dot minor locator. You have to remember all these things, but again, if you know, if you have just gone through the documentation, just if you know the like attributes and all, you can do it by your own. So I highly recommend you guys to do the do the do some practice, and please go through the documentation of Matplotlib for the ticker thing. So this is very much important. Okay, so that's all for today. So hope to see you guys in the next video. But before ending this video, so I think I have doing this live thing over here. I have done this live thing over here, but I'm sure that some of you are not clear about that. So I will create some other very good example of live live data pulling, and after that updating. So for example, right now I'm just changing this file and it is going to be uploaded in the plot, but in the real time scenario probably your requirement will be something different, that you have to just read the file and from there the graph should be updated. So there should be some sort of downstream application which is actually updating this file. For example, whenever the file changes, the graph should be changes. For example, if you are having some sort of like data for some sort of stock exchange or some sort of like commodity price and all, so based on that you have set some frequency, and after that whenever the stock changes or the on the commodity price changes, your graph should be updated. For example, you are reading data for Google stock from Nasdaq stock exchange for last 24 hours, and your graph should be like plotting those data in terms of kind of like line chart, depending on the like value of the like stock price. Sometime it will be upward, sometime will be downwards, or sometime will be constant. So what I'll do in the next video, I will try to do some sort of API. I'll search like what is the best API. For example, Quanten and Yahoo Finance is there, so I will try to configure those APIs and all, and I will show you how to read the data from the live like some stock exchange or stock price, and how to plot those data inside the Matplotlib, and from there it will be automatic. Like as of now I am just doing the changes in the file by typing the values. So in that case I'll be writing actually two codes. One code is actually updating the file, and one piece of code will be creating the graph. So it will be really interesting and exciting. So as I told you, I'll be covering 4 complete projects. So the next project will be like some sort of like stock prices, whether it is Google, Tesla or Apple, some sort of popular like company stock exchange, and from there I will fetch the data and I will put it back into some sort of CSV file and text file, and another piece of code will be reading those data and plotting inside on Matplotlib graph. So this is my next project for you guys. So this will give you like very much confidence if you guys can just follow along with me. Okay guys, so that's all for today. See you in the next video, and please do let me know like what else we can do, how better like what are the things like you think we can do it in a better way. And if you have some suggestion, recommendation, if you have some sort of like complaint or whatever, you can just do let me know via comment, via like YouTube video feedback or our Facebook page, or you can directly email me. I have already given my email ID in some of the in our Facebook page and all. And if you think the video is doing like video has some sort of important content and it can help some other student or other one of your friends or family member, just please share the videos along with your friend circle or like whatever you possible, so that we can reach to the bigger audience, so that it will be easier for us to grow, and we would like to grow in a much faster time. So we need your support. I know you guys are helping, and again it is the normal thing. I have to market myself, market our channel, so that's why I'm saying and repeating the same sentence again and again. I'm sorry for that, but again guys, this is how it works. So again, thank you for your support, thanks for your help, and till then, goodbye, and see you in the next video and with another project. Bye bye.